the time's coming when you're gonna have to pick a side.
No, I don't do sides.
What are you gonna do?
I think it's nothing.
Mute. You never met a monster you couldn't love.
Let's take him.
That's your brother?
I think that might have been the best moment of my life.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Time for the Real Everyday Movie Fan, and I'm Josh Williams.
I'm Ryan Murphy.
And today we are giving you our real-time review for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
That's right, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald is directed by David Yates again. It stars Eddie Redmayne, Catherine Waterston, Johnny Depp, Jude Law, Zoe Kravitz, Caleb Turner. Just going off the top of my head here, so should have rehearsed this. But yes,
It's okay.
It stars all those people and probably more. And Ezra Miller is a big one. Yeah,
Ezra Miller's a big one.
but
now, I didn't get to see this
you
yet.
didn't
I'm going to go see it on Sunday. I meant to try and... We're recording this on Friday. I meant to see it Thursday. I've been caught up doing other stuff. But he got to see it.
Yes, I did.
And so now I've seen some reviews. Not so great.
Not so great.
What are your thoughts on it?
I'm going to give it a score of about 4 out of 10.
Woo!
This is definitely the worst of the Wizarding World movies. This is the 10th. The 10th and the worst.
10th and the worst.
10th and the worst.
Wow.
Yeah, this movie has almost, it seems like it has almost nothing to offer on its own. You've heard of movies that like, oh man, that seems like it was just like teasing the next film. Oh my gosh.
Is
like
it,
that's,
is it
oh
that
my
bad?
gosh.
It's that bad?
So that's what I said about the first film. The first Fantastic Beasts film was like, it didn't really seem to have much, like, it was like two stories. It was like Newt Scamander and his, chasing his beast. And oh, by the way, Grindelwald's here. And so at the end they kind of combined them and it just seemed to be setting up for Grindelwald to be a villain in the future.
Okay.
And this film was like just like the first half of a movie that's like setting up that about Grindelwald being the villain. And it's like, yeah, we have like a 4 or 6 hour movie here. And we're just watching the first, maybe third to half of that movie. And it's literally just like, nothing in this movie feels like it's working towards a climax because it's not. It's just moving towards the first half of this movie. And if you weren't, you know that the ending is coming because you've been sitting in the theater for 2 hours, like you can feel it.
Yeah.
Like they must be getting close to the end, but it never feels like it's building towards that. Because here's like a typical movie. It's like 2 hours, and you have this much time, like 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, setting up the first act, like the characters, right?
Yeah.
And this feels like that's going on for the vast majority of the movie, and then like the middle of the movie happens because it's part of a larger film. So it's really, and that's the other thing is that it takes time it takes 2 hours to build all that because there's so many characters. Like we get Newt Scamander and kind of reuniting with Tina Goldstein and her sister and Jacob and all those guys kind of doing their thing, and then we have Dumbledore, and then we have Newt Scamander's brother and his fiance and. And then Ezra Miller's character, Credence, and his new girlfriend, and then we see Johnny Depp as the villain. And the whole idea is Grindelwald's, he escapes, he's gaining power, he's going to do something, right? He doesn't really do much. It's just sort of building up, we're going to go after Grindelwald, and then something happens and it's the end. And it just kind of takes a long time to do that, and it never feels like an independent, it never feels like it stands on its own as a film. And you never feel like you're building towards anything. And the worst aspect of it is that so much of the screen time is built towards this plot line that I swear has no consequence to the overall film. Like they tease this one character's backstory and what they're going to reveal about it, and they finally do, and it's really awkward. It's like this really awkward whole long scene in the middle of this movie. I'm like, when is this movie going to go on? And they take a break, and this guy explains this whole lengthy backstory, and it has like nothing to do with the entire film. And then the big kind of reveal happens at the end. And it's like, well, there's that. And so, yeah, that's the basic gist of the film.
Interesting. So, okay, so...
He's really interested to see it.
I'm interested, because I think you love the Harry Potter.
I love the Harry Potter, huge Potterhead.
I love the books, I love the movies.
Right.
I actually liked Fantastic Beasts, the first one. I enjoyed it, because it kept to its name. It feels like this one... I haven't even seen it yet, but it seems like they try to mesh together two different types of stories where you got Newt Scamander and his Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
And you got Grindelwald.
Well, that was the first movie because it was his story, and then by the way, Grindelwald. This movie they're actually combining. He's looking for Grindelwald on Dumbledore's orders, as you see in the trailers.
Yeah.
So that much is fine, but there's so much going on with his brother and then Cretans and a lot of stuff they take a lot of time, and then this stupid plot line. I don't want to give anything away. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And if it has something to do with the plot, let me know if I missed it. And it'll probably have something to do with the sequels, but I just don't feel like this was a very well-constructed film, which is surprising coming from J.K. Rowling. I loved every one of the 7 books that she wrote. So. And
that's what I was asking you, and I should ask you next. So J.K. Rowling helped write the script. And
she wrote it, yeah.
She wrote it, yeah. And then David Yates, who's returning for his
sixth movie.
Sixth one in the Harry Potter franchise. So do you think, because you know how a lot of directors, they stick to the same exact franchises, you start to see a decline in quality, like you could think something like Guardians of the Galaxy, where you can see a general decline from the first and second one. But you know what I mean? Like, you've seen some directors who have been a part of a franchise for a long time, and it kind of declines after they've been a part for long. My question is, like, do you think now, if they do a third one, they should really shake things up, like, as far as
they know what they're going to do in the third one. This is all, like, planned out so far. I mean, you can tell in this movie, it's the first half of, like, she's got it. If not the whole script already written, it's everything.
But do you think they could at least find a different director? Because
I don't think it has anything to do with the director. I think it just has, she has a story. It's her story. You think they're doing anything against her while she's right here? I mean, she's there. She's got all the balls. She's, she's got everything, in her hands. That got weird. And she has a story that she's wanting to tell. I just don't know if it's being told in the best format. Parts of this movie, I was like, if they want, maybe they should have, like, released some, like, web episodes before the movie. Maybe, and then, like, release the movie, like, edited down so it'd be better paced or something. Like, I thought that might have been a cool idea. But, like, there's just, like, I know that she has something she wants to tell. She has something, it's not fully revealed yet. I think there's going to be more than 3 movies. I think they even said there's going to be, like, 5 in the whole, series that she's got planned. Which is the other thing. Whenever you talk about prequels, there's always, like, this skepticism of prequels because it's, like, we know kind of who survives. Well, we don't know who survives. Because that's the thing is, like, we've already seen the worst wizard villain of all time, which is Voldemort, and it says in the books, like, and Grindelwald is, like, second place. Yeah. So you're like, here's the second place. Like, it's by definition not going to be as...
Speaking of Grindelwald, I think a lot of people are wondering, people will get to your input, how is Johnny Depp as Grindelwald?
He's fine. I mean,
he's fine.
He's nothing too
But
remarkable.
is he playing, like, a regular Johnny Depp, or is he something that he's
actually a little bit more subdued than you might be used to from Johnny Depp. He's not really inflecting as much as he does. He's actually really subdued, but he doesn't have a whole lot to do even. He just kind of stands around and talks to his underlings for a little bit. He's not really as charismatic. And I didn't give the movie a 4 out of 10 because it's watchable. I mean, it's not like, you go see a Transformers movie, and it's just, like, unbearable to watch. It's just like, oh my god, when will this movie end? It's just like, obviously that's not this. And there's still some charming stuff in here, like Newt Scamander and Tina Goldstein. You get to see their love story develop a little bit more, even if it's, like, achingly slow in itself. But there's some really cute dialogue between them. There's one little joke that's kind of sprinkled throughout the movie about it, but it's actually quite good character stuff, like the way it kind of, you see how it worked with their romance. It's like, oh, that makes sense, that's cute. So...
That's good. So, wrapping this all up, even though you gave it a 4 out of 10, can you, like, especially for Harry Potter fans...
I mean, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're gonna go see it. I mean, no one's gonna be like, well, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I was gonna go see
how
this
about just, like, the everyday, like, audience?
Well, obviously, no, if it's a 4 out of 10, it's not fresh, it's not recommended. So, I mean, go, check it out on video, like, the day before you go see number 3. Because that's basically what it is. It's the first half of, like, this movie, so...
Yeah. True. Fair enough. Alright, folks, you're here right here. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, if you have seen it? Leave your comments in the section below. Give us your positives, negatives, and your score out of 10. Also, if you like what you watched, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you can receive more of our various content in the future. Also, like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Stardust. The links are in the description below as always. That's all we have for today. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.